Hey y'all, guess what? It's May 1st, and this month we are going to cook like we are cooking with just the basics that you store in a prepper pantry. So let's get started. All right, y'all. I'll put some numbers up, but I came up with May's list. It's on the back too. And I came up with like an Excel spreadsheet to do all these calculations. I took the menu that we're going to use and I made the grocery list for this. I started out with ChatGPT going, okay, give me a grocery list or give me a menu, using only things that preppers store. And it put out a really good menu. Greg and I have already gone over the menu. He's like, I think it might be boring, but I think we can make this work. And I said, try to keep the budget around $100 a person. This is more like $175 a person. So, if you I went and look, I don't know if you can see that real good. I went to Walmart's website and I put the cost of each item that I needed. Like I picked the Great Value brand. I picked the cheapest one. I didn't worry about organic or none of that stuff. And I just ran it through the list. And that number came out to, this is before tax, $355.65 for two people for everything on this list. So I went through my pantry and went, okay, what do I have? Which I'm getting ready to gather up all the ingredients so we can kind of put it in a big pile and see what it's going to look like. Because most of this stuff we have, and then I noted too, like, if it's in the freezer or the refrigerator, I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to drag it out to take a picture, which is mostly all the cheeses and all of the proteins. Because I have my super fancy prepper pantry, we are going to have to spend $72.99 of that $355. So I already have the majority of this stuff. So we're gonna gather it up. And oh, also, if you follow, I can put this. Do you guys want a copy of this so you can kind of see what I did? Like I can put that as a printable or something like that. Comment below and let me know if you would be interested in this, to kind of maybe use it for your house. So if you buy all this the way that that Walmart had it, you're going to have some extra from what you need. So you will have extra because like it says half a gallon of vinegar. I'm not going to buy half a gallon of vinegar. I'm going to buy a gallon of vinegar. So you'll have vinegar left over. You'll have one whole chicken left over. You'll have a packet of yeast left over. 2 cans of canned chicken left over. 3 pounds of sugar. 2 pounds of potatoes. 1 pound of lentils. A half a bottle of ketchup. And 1 head of garlic. So you'll have that left over for the next month so you can start rolling that stock over. Now, we also talked about like buying double. Like this, buying double at $355 every month. I don't know that that's a good budget thing. So the next step in this process is going through and going, okay, how do we pick what to stock up on first? And I'm going to go back and reference my LDS book and look at the preparedness checklist and see how they do it as well. Because I think the prepper checklist or the blueprint book, I think has it done in levels. Level 1, level 2, level 3, and that's how I did it. So I'm gonna have to go back there and go, okay, let's go look at that and then give you my suggestions. So, all right, let's go gather ingredients. There's a lot of stuff, y'all. This is gonna get heavy. Y'all, I feel like this is a lot for 2 people. But it's 30 days, so. And it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and Greg and I really don't eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then, like I told you before, all the cheese and all the proteins that aren't in a jar, like ugly chicken and fish, are still in the freezer. And you see, I weighed out ingredients, so this is going to be like, we're really going to be accurate on this because I want to make sure that we're following what is recommended, like what I was able to come up with. And man, this just looks like a lot of food. All right, let me turn you around and kind of show you what's here. Okay, prepper pantry staples. navy beans, black beans, pinto beans, cornmeal. I only need 2 pounds of flour, but I was not going to open this up for this because this will get everywhere. So I'm just going to measure out 2 pounds of flour, put it in a jar, and stick it up or stick it on the table later. I just don't want to do that right now. This is sugar, lentils, steel cut oats, and then quick oats. I had a little bit of both, so I'm going to just do both so I can knock that out of storage. Tons of rice, powdered milk. I also have powdered buttermilk if we need it, but this is just the non-fat powdered milk. Tuna fish cans. I have store-bought salmon that I'd like to go through because we're canning our own now. I do not can peas because that is a laborious job, so there they are. We got canned chicken, green beans, corn, strawberry jam, and then you can see I went to IKEA. We have a plethora of fruits, some oranges, pineapples, some applesauce. These are blueberries, and these are cherries. Let me put the blueberries with the blueberries. Oh, and a can of peaches. Olive oil, I have more than this. I just wasn't going to drag it out. Vinegar, peanut oil, we need to use that first, so that's why we're doing it. Peanut butter, it says we need 2 of these. I only have 1, so we put that on the stock up list. Honey, I have honey upstairs. We're just putting that here so as a reminder. Tomato paste, because I don't can it. Diced tomatoes, tomato sauce, pearl barley, we're going to try that out. Some penne pasta. Greg doesn't like spaghetti, so we use angel hair. Lasagna noodles, salsa, ketchup, mustard, and then, mustard, mayo, and then mustard. So, and like I said, this is not anything that's in our freezers or refrigerators. Let me go get my list. What's not here? Bread, butter, carrots, cheddar cheese, eggs, those in the refrigerator, garlic, ground beef, mozzarella cheese, onions, pancake mix. We don't have pancake mix, so I might go buy it, or I might just make my own. Parmesan cheese, pork. The potatoes are outside in the garage. Tortillas, whole chickens, yeast. That's in my refrigerator. I don't want to drag that out and leave it on the table. Yogurt, popcorn. I'll drag that out and bag it up here in a minute. It's in the very, very back of my pantry, and I might need Greg's help. And then a tub of cottage cheese. So there's still a lot of stuff that's not on this table. But so I think what I'm going to start with is showing you guys, and you tell me what you think. These are kind of the staples that scare people sometimes, is knowing how to handle beans. And I'm thinking we'll can some and then we'll soak some like normal. We'll work with the rice, we'll work with the oatmeal, and we'll work with the lentils first. So you guys can kind of see how we handle those true core staple ingredients. So, okay, tell me if this was helpful. That's a lot of food, but this is going to be our jumping off point, and I'll come back whenever it's time to make supper. All right, y'all, for our first dinner, we are going to riff on a lentil stew recipe that I found, and we are using our chicken soup base that we have canned, some of that extra stock, and then a cup of lentils. And I was impressed that it only took a cup of lentils. I'll link the recipe below, but we added some spices to it, and this actually turned out wonderful. Greg and I talked about this. He's like, I'm worried we're going to be bored. Oh, I went ahead and I had some tomato paste in the refrigerator, and I'm like, that'll be good. Let's throw that in there. Greg and I talked about it thinking, okay, oh my gosh, is this going to be boring? It's a lot of beans. It's a lot of rice. It's not a menu that we're used to, but Greg said, okay, this lentil stew, because I've never really had lentils, was amazing. So he was very pleased. I'm going to show you how to cook the rice in a separate video because there were several comments of people saying, show us how to cook rice your way so we know how to use that staple. Red lentils don't have to be cooked a certain way. They just add to the to the mix and it cooks right up. The lentils do not need to be soaked like overnight like beans do. So we're going to plate this rice up, and you'll see that we have a ton of leftovers as well. It was really, really, really good so far. So we are writing down everything that we're using just to keep up with documenting everything that we use. And if I feel like the recipes are really good, we'll put them in the description. We'll start a little file of recipes. So we're going to garnish with parsley, and then I also went out and got some chives out of the front yard. So this is me packing up lunch for the next day. We're going to use this for a little bit of meal prep and make sure that we can have lunch for the next day, or if Greg wants to take this to work, he can take it to work as well. We're going to have leftovers for a little while, so we hope you enjoyed this. Please comment below and tell me what you think about the recipe. Tell me if there's recipes you want to see. We are eating out of our pantry, focusing on the stock up items that we need to stock up on. So like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And until we see you on the next video, bye y'all.